With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 3 of 4.
Etc.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Creations all as children of the Lord. He that does send the fattening rain upon the earth, in mercy too can feed his creatures from their birth. Please continue watching for more teachings by Rumi, vegetarian, the venerated enlightened Sufi master and poet.
The system is a morally bankrupt, failed system where we use the resources of our planet in a very inefficient way, only to benefit the big lobbies, the lobby of meat, dairy, and big pharma, because they all work together. Today, animal agriculture is the biggest social injustice that we are living in our time. We cannot talk about peace. We cannot consider ourselves peaceful if we consume, pay, and sponsor extremely horrible acts. Actions do speak louder than words. George Hayek, vegan.
Assalamu alaikum. This is a traditional greeting in Afghanistan, which means peace be upon you in the Dari language. Faith-loving viewers, I am Damsa. The resilient Afghanis pray for world peace for everyone's happiness and tranquility. Let's help make this become a reality soon by all turning to the loving vegan lifestyle. Welcome to Faith in the Providence from Rumi's Masnavi, The Lion and the Creatures, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom. Maulana Jalaluddin Muhammad Balkhi Rumi, vegetarian, known simply as Maulana in Persian and around the world as Rumi, was a poetic genius, a theologian, and an enlightened master who graced our planet 8 centuries ago. The deep and diverse influence of his legacy still remains and continues to awaken the hearts of many beyond all cultures and boundaries. His prolific work has been translated into many languages. The venerated Master Rumi was heir to the rich literary and cultural heritage of Persia or ancient Iran and composed his great mystical poems in the Persian language. He was born in the city of Balkh, which was part of the Persian Empire that is today found in Afghanistan. He lived and worked for most of his life under the Seljuk Empire, passing from this world in the city of Konya, which is in present-day Turkey. One of his most influential works is the Masnavi, the spiritual couplets, a poetic collection of stories with sources from the Quran, the Hadith, and everyday tales conveying messages of divine love, spiritual life, and Islamic wisdom. Today, we are pleased to present selections from the Masnavi by the venerated Master Rumi, vegetarian, Book 1, The Lion and the Creatures. The Lion and the Creatures. Within a sheltered vale, 4-footed game in droves were kept in tremor by a lion from its groves. So frequently had he borne victims off from thence, the vale a prison had become in every sense. A consultation held, the fair proposals state to satisfy the lion's hunger by a raid, but on condition that he rapine lay aside and not prolong disquiet in that valley wide. The lion gave consent if they'd perform their part, remarking, I've a victim been to wily art. Man persecutes me with his deadly schemes. Believers are not twice caught by the selfsame lie. Their answer was, O most sagacious, knowing guide, thy caution pray dismiss, decree of God abide. Suspicion, caution, ever is corroding ill. Put trust in Providence, and God thy moe will fill. Strive not with Providence, however strong thou be, lest Providence should take offense and war with thee. He answered them, The friend of God must work, neglect not ways and means, O clerk. Abashed they were not, answer thus they promptly made, To gain anything from the poor is fraud, a trick of trade. There is no gain so good as trust placed in the Lord. What more praiseworthy than to build upon his word? How many flee this danger, falling into that? From frying pan leaps one, to light in fire right path. Man plans a scheme, in it is caught himself. That which he took for help, he finds is death itself. He locks his door when treason's lurking in his house. So Pharaoh deemed he danger shown before it should rouse. How many thousand infants did he doom to death, while Moses, whom he feared, his own roof was beneath. Our eyes afflicted are with various kinds of ills. Then go and make them blind by seeing God his wills. God's sight of providence is keener than men's eyes. By seeing with his sight thou find all thou wilt prize. An infant that can neither grasp nor walk as yet takes seat upon his father's neck and runs, sweet pet. Some seasons past, he scarcely gained some strength of limb, when sorrow fastens on him, sharp and ghastly grim. The hearts of men, before they gain or power or wealth, decline away from duty, pleasures seek by stealth, and since by God's decree from paradise they rent, they prisoners become to rage, lust, discontent. We are the household of that householder, whose word thus spoke, creations all as children of the Lord. He that does send the fattening rain upon the earth, in mercy too can feed his creatures from their birth. The lion thus replied, 'Tis true, but still the Lord a ladder sets before our feet to be explored. Step after step we have to mount onto the roof, the idea of compulsions quite devoid of proof. The creatures a clamor raised, they would not be repressed. They who on means depend are urged by greed confessed. The millions upon millions, man and womankind, are pinched by want, they suffer need, they food scarce find. By millions and by millions, since creation's day, insatiate dragons, they their gaping jaws display. A crowd of would-be wise men scheme invent, enough to upset mountains could they give them vent. So God himself described in his most holy book their arts by which they'd tear away the hills. Just look, except the lot decreed by providence of yore, by hunting or by toiling none can swell his store. Device of man, his plans shall all be brought to naught. A simpleton one morning rushing came in haste, where Solomon his court of justice then had placed. His cheeks were blanched, his lips were blue, effects of fright. Said Solomon to him, What ails thee? Say aright. Him answered that poor wretch, the angel, Lord of death, upon me fixed, just now a look that stopped my breath. Said Solomon, What wilt thou I should do for thee? He answered, That the wind may now commanded be, to carry me away forthwith to Hindustan. Perchance by fleeing thither save my life I can. See how mankind do shun the grab of poverty, hence they're a prey to greed and dire necessity. This fear of poverty is like that men's dismay. Is Hindustan, remark, is greed and grasping's sway. So Solomon the wind commanded him forthwith to bear to Hindustan and land him near some firth. Another day as Solomon his court did hold, death's angel came, the king to him the matter told. Thy wrathful look the other day upon that man has driven him his home to quit for Hindustan. Did thou in wrath survey the pious man that way, that he might wander forth a waif like sheep astray? Or was thy looks intent so dreadful to behold, his soul to separate from its corporeal fold? To him replied the angel, king of sprites and men, his fancy him misled, he'll never do so again. 'Twas not in anger then that I did look on him, 'twas wonder him to see here, looking hale and prim. For God had me commanded, go this very day, and take his soul in Hindustan, his debt to pay. In wonder then I said within myself, had he 100 wings, in Hindustan he could not be, but going still by God's command to Hindustan, him there I found, and took his soul with my own hand. So thou, good reader, understand the things of earth, 'tis God ordains. Reflect, 'twas written before his birth. From whom to flee, from self, oh, that's absurd. From whom to steal, from God, worse, no word. For more information, please visit Project Gutenberg or gutenberg.org.
Continue to make war, so the whole world will continue to curse you till you land in hell.
Noble viewers, thank you for watching today's Words of Wisdom. Please join us tomorrow for part 2 of this program. Coming up next is The Greenest Heroes Gala, part 7 of a multi-part series, right after noteworthy news. May Allah bless your kind and courageous deeds.
Russia, go home now.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/WOW.